It is pre-meet dinner time. We are in Geneva, Ohio, getting prepared for race day tomorrow. So I'm going to take you through what I eat the night before, and this is where it all begins. The first part of the meal is starter salad with a roll. I'll put some butter on that too, and then of course I got my water, already got a cup drink. So I like starting with a salad because the veggies have some great antioxidants, great vitamins and minerals, and yeah, next up will be pasta. Round two of the meal is this nice pasta we got there. Chicken, penne pasta, Alfredo sauce, broccoli, zucchini, and tomato, I believe is everything. I got another glass of water to keep hydrated. So the main reason I got this was because the chicken has a lot of protein, which will keep me full and help rebuild muscle throughout the day, and especially after a race, it's very important. The pasta's good because of carbs, so quick energy, pretty much what we run on throughout the race, so we need lots of those. And then veggies again for antioxidants, and they also taste really good and make the meal look super pretty. So that's what I got. I'm now gonna take you over to Grace, who's gonna show you what she got, and which is another option for pre-workout meal.
So another option that you guys can choose to have the night before a meet, Allie showed you more of a high carb option. That's going to be really good for somebody that's going to be playing all day and is kind of coming off a couple of days of rest. So if you haven't been in the gym for clinics or privates or anything in the past couple of days, you want to focus more on stocking up on those carbs. For those of you who are a little bit more sore from Wednesday weights, or you came in for an extra session during the week, you guys are going to want a little bit more protein in your dinner than Allie showed you. So here I have a sirloin steak and green beans and mashed potatoes, as you can see. So this is going to be a little bit more protein. So for those of you that are a little bit more sore, the protein is going to help rebuild those muscles, those muscle fibers that have been damaged on the court in the past couple of days. So rebuilding those muscle fibers and giving yourself good sources of protein is really important to ensure that when you do repair those muscle fibers, they're going to be stronger coming back. Always try to include at least 1 or 2 vegetables or fruits in each of your meals the night before. So vegetables are going to provide a good source of vitamins and minerals that you're going to want the next day. Also try to include a carb in there. This can be, so I have mashed potatoes today. You can also do rice or a side of pasta. I also had a dinner roll, so that's also a good source of carbs. Make sure that if you're eating a lot of fats the night before, they're healthy fats, coconut oil, olive oil, things like that. So if you're getting vegetables that are cooked in fat, make sure that that fat is a little bit healthier. You can always ask your server or the cook what everything is cooked in, just so you know what you're putting in your body. I say this every time we go away for a tournament, but this is not the time to try new foods. A lot of you are going to be traveling across the country for bids coming up. That is not the time to try seafood. That is not the time to try Mexican food if you are not a spicy person. This is just not the time. This is not a vacation. This is a business trip. You have things to do. You have business to take care of. Eat the foods that you know sit well in your stomach so that you can get a good night's sleep and that you feel nice and energized the day before. I promise you will have plenty of time after you're done playing to try those things that are specific to the region that you're in, but the night before and during competition days is just not the time. So Allie and I are both going to get a very good amount of sleep, and we will see you guys in the morning to talk about what we will eat for competition breakfast. Good night.
All right, good morning, everybody. So I'm going to show you one option for a pre-competition breakfast. This is something that you guys can get at your hotel. So I have scrambled eggs, sausage, half a bagel, orange juice, and green tea. So I have the green tea because of caffeine. Again, this is not the day to try something new. If you typically drink coffee and you need the caffeine, go ahead and drink some. If you have another form of caffeine, such as tea or like a special drink, go ahead and drink it. I have orange juice just for the vitamins and minerals, scrambled eggs for the protein, sausage links for the protein, and then some carbs in my bagel. And I have cream cheese on that for a little bit of fat. A little bit won't hurt you. So I also have my water. This is a crucial part of the day to make sure that you're hydrated. You guys should be checking your pee throughout the day. If you are not hydrated at night and right in the morning is when you guys should be drinking a ton of water to get caught up for the day. You don't want to go through the whole day at a convention center and be dehydrated. The air is really dry in there, so you should be drinking at least 1 water bottle per match.
It is 7:30 a.m. and it feels really early. We got to sleep in last night, or this morning though. And everyone just got really quiet, so. I'm gonna show you my breakfast on race day. So I got a bagel, oatmeal, there's Grace, some fruit, coffee, always. I'm used to drinking coffee though. I have probably 2 cups every day, so this is normal for me. I'll probably have 2 or 3 more cups before I race too. Water obviously, and then I got this bagel and peanut butter from breakfast, so I'm gonna save that for later, so as like a good pre-race snack, or if I don't have access to like a super good lunch, this will help me in my race.
Okay, so just to reiterate one more time, my breakfast looks a little bit different than Allie's, but we both have protein, carbs, fat, caffeine, and a good amount of vitamins and minerals. It's okay if your breakfast looks different than somebody else. Don't eat something just because somebody else is doing it. Eat what feels good for you and what you know sits well in your stomach, because you're going to be playing all day, and the last thing you want is an upset stomach. So,
true. So I have a little while before my race, so I'm going to have a nice lunch. I got a sub sandwich here. It's a little bit different from last night. Last night's was more like protein. This is more lots of veggies to keep me just energized, and a lighter lunch before I obviously have to go run hard. So I prefer a lunch that's a little more veggie dense, just because it sits better in my stomach. So when I'm running, I don't have to worry about like throwing up or anything, and it just feels really good on my stomach.
So we'll take this time to talk about like the difference between Allie's competition day and your competition day. So for her, she's gonna have one hard race later in the day. Today she races at 3:30, which means that she will go for a run before lunch. So she'll have just 2 times during the day where she's gonna be exerting that force. So she's may not be burning as many calories throughout the day as you guys are, but just think about her race as one match. So if you guys are going to have multiple matches, during your matches you should be eating small snacks and things that sit well in your stomach, especially if your matches are back to back. If you have time, if you're having an off match or a ref match between when you play, we're going to talk about snacks here in a second of what you guys can eat during those times.
So as Grace said, I had a run before lunch, so after that I would eat something more like a Cliff Bar. So I always pack one of these. It's a little more protein, it'll keep me a little more full for that first run. I'll have that, and then another option would be like this, a bagel with peanut butter. Again, you get your carbs for energy, and then protein for rebuilding muscle and all that good stuff. So these are good options too, a few hours before your event, because you have more time to digest them. Eating this right before probably wouldn't be the best idea. So if I don't have a lot of time before, like maybe an hour or so, and I want something quick and some quick carbs, I'll have something like an orange. This is a huge orange, which is great. Or I have some apples in here. If it's even closer and I still want something, I can have like a smaller clementine, which is
today Allie ran a 10:02 in the 3K, which is just under 2 miles. I will let you guys do the math on that. And this was a huge PR for her. So I just want to show you guys that taking all these precautionary measures may seem a little bit daunting, but they definitely pay off in the end. And she finished her race and she said she felt great, that she'll recover really well, and back at practice tomorrow. So I hope you guys take that to heart when you think about what you're eating the next event.
So the meet is over. I finished my race and then cooled down, and now I'm having an apple. We have about 50 minutes until we're stopping for dinner, so I'm just having this to hold me over until then. So we stopped at Chipotle and Chick-fil-A for dinner for the night. So I ordered my Chipotle. I got brown rice, tomato, chicken, fajitas, guac, lettuce, cheese. I think that's about everything. The main thing I wanted to get was a good source of protein, just to kind of replenish my muscles after racing and having a long day. And then I got my milkshake from Chick-fil-A just for a little like treat after a long week of training and rewarding myself for having a good race. I also wanted to get, a good amount of calories in. Racing takes a lot out of you, so it's good to just replenish and feel good. So that is it for this vlog. We hope that it was informative, and I guess one of my main takeaway points with the whole nutrition side is finding out like just what works for you specifically, and making sure you get all your nutrients in.
I wanted Allie to help make this video just to show you guys that even though her sport and your sport are a little bit different, nutrition is important across the board, and finding out what works for you is really important. And even though every athlete's body is different, we all need to take care of it in similar ways. So I hope this was informative for you guys. Either let myself or Allie know if you guys have any questions.